fragrance time. Holy fucking shit, it's fucking fragrance time. Fragrance time, it's fragrance time. Holy fucking fragrance time. You take yours and I'll take mine. Holy fucking shit, it's fragrance time. Whoops, you take yours and I'll spray mine. Holy fucking shit, it's fragrance time. Holy fucking shit, it's fragrance time. Woo, that one was rough. What up, everybody? Hey, fam. It's fragrance time. I'm back, and as you see there in front of you, I'm back with Aurea again. I just can't get enough of it, and rather than bore you with the same details, since I've already talked about this one a little bit, I thought I would. Well, first of all, I'll finish the bottle. I got like a few mils left in there. I thought maybe I could finish it today with you guys. But also, I thought we would have a little segment, a little episode of Let Me Google That For You, so we can talk about ambers, because this is the winter of ambers for me. So I'm learning all about ambers, and I'm exploring the different bottles and exploring the different fragrances of amber and what it's all about. I'm really enjoying it. It's a great kind of cozy winter thing. So let's get into it. First off, I'm gonna spray some of this stuff. I've already applied a bunch, so I may be overdoing it a little, but Fridays are pretty light. Let's see if I can get the rest of this out of here. Whoa. I might have had a little bit more than one wear in there. This stuff is serious. This stuff is no joke. I got like 2 sprays left. So I'll finish that before we're done. But let's jump into the segment. Let me Google that for you. This is a segment where I Google something and we learn about it together. And today we're going to ask, what is amber in fragrance? All right. And we now have these lovely AI overviews, which are nice. Let me read the AI overview. An amber scent is a warm, rich, lightly sweet, and resinous fragrance, often described as cozy, exotic, and earthy, created from a blend of resins like benzoin, labdanum, vanilla, and other notes, patchouli, tonka, to evoke comfort and depth rather than coming directly from the fossilized gem itself. So there's an actual, it's not a stone, it's like it's kind of like a stone, amber. It's considered like a gem, not the fragrance amber. This is like the rock amber, and amber is like petrified honey or something like that, or some kind of thing that was not a rock before but became a rock over millions of years or whatever. So yeah, that's amber, the stone. It's not a stone. It's like, I think it's petrified honey or something like that, something to that effect. But the stone, or whatever it is, doesn't actually have a smell. So it has a golden orange kind of color. And I think that's where we get the idea of amber and fragrance, is the color of the stone amber. It's very golden and orange and very kind of warm and comforting. And that is kind of the overall effect of an amber. Let's see, here's some key characteristics of an amber. Warm and sweet. Vanilla, honey, or caramelized sugar. Yeah, they're typically relatively sweet. Even Ambra Aurea, which I thought was not as sweet of amber, my wife said it smelled sweet. I never get her to comment at all. She never says anything at all. So like anytime she says anything about my fragrance, I'm like, huh? But she was like, what smells sweet? And I think she was talking about my Ambra Aurea. Resinous and spicy. Notes of balsam, incense, or smoky wood. Yeah. Okay. Earthy and musky. A touch of patchouli or synthetic ambroxan adds depth. That's interesting. Powdery can have a soft, almost makeup-like quality. I've tried some that are more powdery, like Ambra Précieux. I thought was more powdery. I tested it on paper. Speaking of which, I've been going through this amber phase, and at some point, I'm going to do an amber roundup where we just feature all of the ambers that I've collected over the past several months and talk about the differences and my favorites. I think we probably know which one's my favorite, but we're going to do an amber roundup one of these days. And so yesterday I wore Aurea, and I had a heck of a time trying to describe it. Aurea, after kind of sitting with it all day, I kind of developed some thoughts here. Aurea is a spicier take on amber. It's a slightly spicier, and I did not love the longevity. I thought it was a little bit on the weak side. So I actually put it in my, I used a good 10 sprays yesterday, and then I put it in my cupboard. I'm gonna let it sit there for a while. And, there's a huge debate in the fragrance world about maceration. Is maceration a thing for us, the consumer? Maceration is real. It happens in the factory or wherever, in the lab. But maybe we'll do another, let me Google that for you about maceration. But so there's a lot of debate as to whether buying a fragrance and doing the maceration process is helpful at all. The maceration process involves you getting a new fragrance, you spray it a dozen times or so, get some air into the bottle, and then you kind of put it in a dark, cool place for weeks or something like that to let the, I don't know what the philosophy is there, but I think most of my fragrances, for most of my fragrances, maceration was never a thing. But I did go through a phase where I was getting some of these like Arabian clone company Latafas and things like that, and those did seem to age. They got better with age. So I think some brands, like more luxury brands and niche brands, probably have fully macerated their products well. A clone company maybe is just cranking them out. And yeah, all right. So let's continue on here with our information here. How is the amber accord made? Since real amber, fossilized resin, has little scent, perfumers create the amber smell using an accord, a mix of ingredients, typically including benzoin, labdanum, vanilla, ambroxan, patchouli, and tonka bean. I think officially it's benzoin, labdanum, vanilla. I don't know that ambroxan, patchouli, tonka bean are officially part of the amber accord. But benzoin, labdanum. Benzoin is a sweet and spicy resin. Labdanum is a rich, leathery resin from a shrub, Mediterranean shrub. So these are like resins, and I think labdanum is maybe it's a leathery resin. So not a balsam, but a resin. So maybe someone can correct me on that. I'm not sure. But yeah, so benzoin, labdanum, vanilla make up the basic amber accord. And then, they add in this or that to add depth and character. So Aurea was really interesting. It was a really interesting, pretty substantial amber that was spicy, and it had a nice spicy kind of dry down. And yeah, like I said, the performance wasn't fantastic. So I'm really hoping that it gets better. I know that's wishful thinking maybe, but so I'm gonna keep that in the cupboard for a week or two, a couple weeks, few weeks, and give it another try. But so far, it's like one of those fragrances that I tend to want to spray a bunch of, which is kind of bad because it was so expensive, and I don't want to just like blast through this bottle. But it may be one of some fragrances you just have to spray more. So Ambra Aurea is not one of those fragrances. You don't need to spray a whole lot. I have already sprayed a bunch, but I really want to finish this bottle. Oof. Come on now. I got like 1 ml left. Come on. That's about it. This stuff is crazy. It will choke you out. So, whew. And there you have it, folks. We got an empty bottle. Even though I didn't finish this entirely myself, I bought it when it was down here. But it's still super satisfying to finish a bottle. So it's pretty cool. Another thing about I noticed we get these like schmutz. There's schmutz on the atomizer. And I'm like, what the heck is this? I heard someone else say that that perfume aroma is so concentrated that some of the solids will kind of collect by the atomizer. It didn't really smell. How could I tell? I've covered myself with Ambra Aurea. I can't tell. So that's pretty interesting. This is a really neat brand. I'm stoked to have another bottle of this stuff. And I do want to get Fior di Ambra, which is another one. I really need to slow down because I'm like spending too much money on this. And I'm sure you all know how that goes. This is an expensive habit. So, all right, fam. So we learned a little bit about Amber. We finished my bottle. We played Let Me Google That for you. And that is about all we got for today. I'm gonna have a great Friday. I got some work cut out for me, and I'm looking forward to a day of hard, good, solid, honest work. Get some good stuff done. And I hope you all have a great day. I'm gonna have a great day. You're gonna have a great day. Let's all have a great day together. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. All right, fam. Have a great day. Peace.